Okay, so it seems that there's been a little bit of controversy going on with a recent Hololive event. Now, obviously, recently there's been a lot of stuff to do with Hololive, especially everything we talked about with the Rurica artist kind of situation that's going on. That was pretty crazy, and that is still ongoing. As you know, I think Rurica is just trying to get on with stuff outside. I've seen a couple of her tweets. She's just trying to get on with, whatever she does. Now, I've seen this kind of thing that's come out from Hololive English promoting their new Countdown Live. Now, if you don't know what a Countdown Live is, it's essentially like an end of the year, like New Year's thing. As you can see, it says 25 to 2026. So again, obviously, there's a ton of like concert performance and things like that. And overall, it's a really great time for a lot of Hololive fans because, again, it's a new concert. People were excited for them all the time, right? And yeah, they announced that this was going to be happening. And then they also announced the fact that they were going to be partnering up with Coca-Cola. Now, obviously, Coca-Cola, very, very big brand. That is absolutely amazing to see that Hololive has the reach to get a brand like that. But some people are a little bit worried whenever it comes to this year's Hololive Countdown due to the fact of it being sponsored by Coke. Because if you haven't seen some of the recent holiday adverts for them, it's not been that good. And I don't know if this is just a UK thing or if the US have also had this, but you've had ads like this, which this was uploaded a month ago, but I've also seen other ones as well, which are a little bit worse than this, which are, as you can see, pretty much fully AI generated. And this is what they are. I think this is what they're going to do every single year now, because they did it last year and I think they're going to do it this year. And well, yeah, they're going to do it the year after, and I'm pretty sure this is just going to be their thing now, which obviously has a lot of people not too happy about this because again, obviously the Coca-Cola ad has been a very, very symbolic time around the Christmas time, and now they've decided to use AI to do it, which people not most pleased. Now, some people don't mind it, and me personally, I'm not someone that's gonna constantly sit here and complain about AI generated stuff, but I do think whenever it comes to a sponsor for Hololive, especially with an audience who dislike AI so much, and even the talent dislike AI so much, it is pretty interesting that they have actually decided to go ahead with the sponsor. Now, I can understand why they have done it, because obviously Coca-Cola is a huge, huge brand, and that is going to get them a lot of leg room whenever it comes to sponsors in the future, right? Because Hololive, they can now present the fact that they're not just a VTuber company and whatever, and they've worked with VTuber adjacent brands. They can now go up to other brands and be like, we've worked with Coke before and it went great, and this and that and this and that. And obviously that's going to get them a lot of leeway whenever it comes to future sponsors, not even just Coke, right? Which I do think is obviously a benefit to that. But yeah, people are saying, by the way, Coca-Cola also sponsored this year's Micarene, and they sent 2025 bottles of Coke to Cover HQ. It says, looks like they also sponsored the Regloss pre-live stream that's going on right now. So yeah, it seems that they're sponsoring a lot of things to do with Hololive and things like that. And you can also see the massive amount of Coke that they sent. That is crazy. That's oh my god, they made a whole army. That's insane. Okay, so yeah, obviously it seems that they have been getting involved not just with the countdown, but with some other events in this space too. And yeah, people have been pretty happy about that. And obviously there's been some people who are happy because, again, Coke is a reputable brand and everything like that. But obviously, yeah, this is one thing in the comments saying, I asked for two things: the most epic shuffle melody and no AI. They say, I love the shuffle melody, but I'm very optimistic that it's coming back. The fact that all the songs will be Holo originals, Holo covering Holo, is enough for me. I'm very much looking forward to it, medley or no medley. So yeah, obviously they're talking about a lot of the songs, but yeah, they're also saying, so I just want to bat out. So yeah, no, they're talking about some of the songs and stuff that they want to see. So they probably did this because they thought VTubers were AI, which again, I don't know if that's the case, but I do think it's quite funny. Who's saying Coca-Cola is notorious for having terrible AI Christmas ads these past few years. They say not in Japan. They, yes, also in Japan have definitely seen them. And obviously, yeah, some people are saying that maybe Japan are missing out on these AI ads and things, and maybe this is a more UK, US orientated thing, but it is still a concern for some people in terms of, how they're going to promote this and how this is going to go ahead, because again, we don't want them using AI for the Hololive adverts. I'm like, again, they can do whatever they want with their Coke ads, and I'm sure it's going to, farm them even more hate and farm them even more unlikable, I guess, sentiment, right, whenever it comes to these ads. again, I don't really care about that. I just drink Coke. I don't care about the advert that comes with it. But you know, whenever it comes to Hololive and, you know, the stances that a lot of people take on this, you know, people are too, you know, best pleased about that, right? People say, I hope it's a different marketing team than the ones that made the AI ads. They have done a lot of good commercials over the years, and I'm willing to give them another chance to redeem themselves, especially if this is a bit of them trying to rebuild their reputation. Again, I don't think this is them trying to rebuild their reputation. As I said, this ad came out a month ago, and also whenever I was literally just browsing on YouTube, I had an ad pop up for Coke, and it was a separate AI advert. So again, it seems like they're still pushing this. They're still, you know, obviously going on with it. They're not trying to make up for anything. And whenever it comes to this, they're saying, I have confidence in Hololive to have the common sense to not allow AI into their ads, at least intentionally, sorry. Even if they have accidentally used AI work. They said, well, they are a big company to have regional teams. They say they do. In Coke's case, they have bottlers. They say this is basically going to be Coke banners on the concert. That's it. Sorry, that's it. Better than the Chinese game company last year. Also, this is Coke Japan, the same branch that sponsored Corone and Miko. So again, a lot of people are optimistic in the sense that, you know, this will more than likely be the Japan branch, which obviously, as some people are saying, might not be, what do you call it, the kind of, you know, AI using branch of, you know, Coke. I think it is more of a Western thing that are doing at the moment. But hey, you know, you never know. I can understand a lot of people's concerns whenever it comes to this, right? And as you can see here, it says, we're thrilled to reveal the sponsor, Coca-Cola. People saying, you know, there better not be any AI slop. If I see any generative AI slop, I'm tuning out. Well, this is a bit awkward. Which again, yeah, I do think it is a bit of a, I guess, like, I don't know, it's kind of counteractive because you have all of these artists who've worked on all of the Hololive's models, right? And then you just got Coke as well with the kind of AI generated stuff. I wonder how the artists of the kind of models feel about this and feel about the sponsorships, because obviously we've seen the artists crushing out recently with the whole Rurica drama, which went on. So again, maybe there's a couple that also feel uncomfortable by a sponsor, but I don't know. At the end of the day, you know, it's not really their choice. It's Hololive's choice on who to partner with. A lot of people saying Coca-Cola and Hololive are refreshing celebration ahead. So what you're saying is there's non-zero chance of Hope Soda becoming a real thing. So nice to see production is going to be even better. So yeah, obviously some people are saying terrible timing to have that sponsor, not gonna lie, which I do think, yeah, it is a pretty bad time because obviously they're currently being dogged on for their AI use. But still, I think that at the end of the day, I just hope that this is just a separate branch, a separate team, separate whatever, that can provide a good time for the Hololive kind of team. I don't think anybody's saying that Coke shouldn't work with them at all. I think people are just more saying like, hey, let's not add any of this AI stuff into their, you know, specific kind of advertising. And, you know, they could go do whatever the hell they want on their own channels, right? But whenever it comes to Hololive, at least just don't include it into that, because obviously it's going to look pretty bad for them. So again, we're going to have to wait and see whenever this event does go live. But I did think it was a pretty interesting kind of thing to talk about. And obviously, I do find it funny that they got sent so many Coke bottles. That's actually insane. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kazo, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.